Hello everybody, my name's Euphorya, and welcome to Let's Play Anno 2070 with the Deep Ocean expansion pack. This thing, I didn't get the Deep Ocean expansion pack for quite some time. I just recently got it actually, and it's actually really good. I enjoy all the buildings and stuff. So it has a whole new campaign here, as you can see. I haven't fully completed it yet, but I have had lots of fun time in there at this point. And so what I want to do is go over one of these scenarios. In fact, I want to go over the future of research scenario, and this one's pretty good. It'll give a good showcase of kind of what's in the Deep Ocean expansion pack, and we'll be able to see a lot of that. So we got to settle 2,500 geniuses. They're the new CEO level people for the tech faction. Build a science forum, that's the new great work thing, and then develop a valuable technology, which I don't know what that is, so we'll see. Almost all the Let's Plays I've ever seen of Anno 2070 use the Eden Initiative. Nothing against the Eden Initiative, they're great, but I'm going to go with Global Trust over here. Just because they're an evil corporation, and I kind of like that whole evil corporation Deus Ex thing vibe going on with them. And you know, I'm an American, so it's always good to get in touch with that capitalist pig side of you every once in a while for all us Americans. I haven't played much multiplayer or anything, so I still have kind of the default arc extra stuff. So let's take a look at this island. What do we got here? Okay. So we're going to want to settle, obviously, lots of tech faction people, but we also need some of our global trust people to, um, you know, get all the resources we need to satisfy the techs there. This island's pretty good. I generally want to have an island that can house my entire population, because it's a lot easier to ship all the resources in from other islands to feed one island than to ship food and stuff to multiple islands. It just gets ridiculous. So um, we we started a pretty good island, plenty of coal and iron, and got some lobster. We probably won't need that uh, eventually. We probably won't need that soon, for sure. Alright, so let's get started here. Now, Oh, looks like we can build text right off the bat. That's pretty cool. I never got the expansion, or the Deep Ocean expansion. I got it pretty recently in this last summer sale. So, the marketing on it wasn't very good. It was like, oh, there's a couple new Deep Ocean buildings, or building underwater buildings. That's great, and it didn't really sound very appealing to me. But I picked it up anyway. Been playing it, and I really enjoyed it. I think it adds a lot of great new stuff, more supply chain stuff. That's always good. Um, so we'll get to see some of that. I've been a fan of Anno since Dawn of Discovery, which isn't that long ago, really. Oh my, that's not good. Stop, Steam. Thank you. One cool thing that they added in Anno 2070 is you can queue up orders for ships, if you didn't know, by shift clicking. So I can hold shift, click around, and queue up orders for my guy. That is so much better than Dawn of Discovery, where the NPCs would give missions, and I would send my ship to go pick up some flotsam, and just totally forget about them, and so I'd have a bunch of partially completed missions. Whereas now, I can send my ship, go tell it to pick up some flotsam, and queue it to go deliver it to whoever needs the flotsam, and it's actually very useful. My mission completion has gone up quite significantly. Alright, so first thing we want to do here is set up our granule, or our building module production. So I generally like to start with two production buildings. So here we want to produce our construction blocks, so we have granules, and we're going to put them in a smelter. So
Registering energy shortage.
good, thank you. And one basalt crusher produces exactly enough granules to supply one smelter. There are no resources there, so you don't have to go crazy with whatever you're doing here. We need power. Power is what we need. Here we go. So we'll build a rotary extractor here. Let's build it right there. That seems reasonable. That might... No, that's too big. I know I'm wasting tools, I'm wasting stuff, but that's okay. It's more important for me for it to be aesthetically pleasing than actually functional, at least in my opinion. So you may have noted, okay, so we got that power, got the coal, got the blocks. Seem like we're good to go. So you may notice I placed these buildings. I have very specific.
New island coordinates acquired.
I have a very specific way I always build my cities. It always start exactly the same, and I have them in blocks. Have my buildings usually in blocks of 6. So I start out here with kind of this straight off branching type of deal. I think this looks good. It's pretty, when all said and done, it's pretty functional, and you can generally fit a lot of buildings into the city center influence area here, the mall, as it were. So I like setting up my buildings this way, and actually set up kind of these squares on either end here. So right here, this is a 6 by 6 square, and over here, the side of the mall closest to the warehouse is reserved for more housing usually. So I put some houses here. I don't have enough construction blocks. And this 6 by 6 little area right here is perfect size for a Ministry of Truth, which we get eventually. And a Ministry of Truth is, you know, it's perfect centralized position right here. It gets a lot of people, so I like holding that area open. Alright, so we need to get some tycoon worker needs. We need fish, and we need community, and we're going to need some liquor. So first I'm going to build some fish buildings. So we need fish. So something you may not know is you can actually place a lot of these dock buildings way off in the corner here. You don't need road connections or anything, because this, in fact, we didn't need road connections for this really either, except to transfer the granules to the smelters. But this little hover pickup device thing will go and pick up the fish from the fishery. So that's pretty cool, mostly because I don't like having, you know, aesthetics are very important to me in this game. I like my cities to look cool, and having a fishery, having a bunch of fisheries like in my main dock area is just, I just don't like it. I like having them kind of on their own on the side. So that's why I put that over there. Probably gonna want some more construction block.
I'm the Eden Initiative representative.
Oh, hello.
I'll be in this sector for a
Good.
while. If you need anything, just shout.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Locating island.
We need more construction blocks, or at least to build construction blocks a little faster. So let me get another one of these going. One cool thing that you may not know, or most people may not know, is that this is the same as was in Dawn of Discovery as your production buildings. We don't actually need to transport the granules to, you know, our island doesn't need access to these granules. The only thing that needs access to the granules is the smelter. So we don't actually need any road connection from the basalt crusher to the warehouse, because the smelter just picks up the granules from the basalt crusher here. So all we need is a road connecting the smelter to the basalt crusher, and then a road connecting the smelter to the warehouse. We don't actually need the roads to connect here. And that's kind of cool. Let's expand a little bit more here. We gotta Get some expansions up and running. Good stuff. Yeah. Actually, I don't want that. It's bad. I broke my own rule. Haven't played this in a little while, so can't quite remember my placement. But you'll see. You'll see the placement. I'm very particular about my building placement. It's important.
Registering mainland.
I want to build another warehouse around here to get a little bit faster block stuff. Looks like Altair, if that's how you say it, is doing some. Actually, I'm going to rename the book here. Dauntless. If you ever read the Lost Fleet series, I always name my first ship Dauntless in all these Anno games, just because I think that's a cool name for a ship, and you should definitely read that book series by Jack Campbell. It's very good. Alright, yes, we need a new depot here, because we need to get our liquor production up and running, because that's the next need that we have to satisfy for these people. Liquor. So we got a depot, and put it right next to this mine, because eventually we'll want to get some iron out of here, so just might as well have that ready to go. So we got that going, and now we can set up our liquor production buildings. One cool thing about these buildings is they're really easy to place. You can place them, you can fit a lot into a very dense area, and you can actually, what's that all about? You can actually fit 4 of these on one side of a road, which is, it's pretty cool. It's pretty space efficient. A lot of, Eden Initiative is all about, eco balance, and they take up quite a bit of space with their farms. A lot of their stuff is pretty space intensive. Global Trust is all about compactness and just destroying the planet. Although when you get to the end, when you get to the really high level techs, you can get like the deacidization thing building that really improves the eco balance, and you get some pretty crazy high eco balance with Global Trust. Alright, how you guys doing? I think 2 liquor is probably reasonable for just starting out here. I'm going to build one more granule production building because it's going a little slowly. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do at all. It's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do.
Scanning unknown coast.
And I'm going to build another warehouse here just to make it a little easier to pick up from these blocks, speed along the production a little bit here.
New island coordinates acquired.
Have Dauntless here explore a little bit more of the world that we live in. All right. Good.
This year, I'm gonna blow
All right, they're
our
getting
savings on a great
some liquor
car,
going
too.
here. That's good. We're getting access to liquor. Of course, fish and liquor. Breakfast of champions. The food that everyone wants. Fish and liquor. I know that's my favorite combination. I guess these are rice patties, so I guess they're making sake or something. That's the liquor. So that's actually a perfect combination. Fish and sake. Fish and rice wine. Perfect combination for these people to feed on. Got some good construction blocks. Built some more people. Alright, so we're running a little low on tools. We're at 3 here. So, one thing that's rather underutilized, I think at least, is the trade panel in your warehouse. So you go to the trade panel, and then you have this option to sell and option to buy. So I want to buy something. I'm going to buy tools, and I want to buy up to 10 tools. So that means whenever I'm under 10 tools, so NPCs send trade ships every once in a while to come and dock at your stations and trade with you. So whenever I'm below 10 tools, this says that I will buy up to 10 tools from that NPC. I'm willing to buy up to 10 tools. So it's a good way to kind of passively keep you at, a minimum amount of whatever resource you want. So if ever I'm below 10 tools, I should eventually at some point go to back up to 10 tools from NPCs. But now that we're talking about that, let's go and buy some tools. Professor Deve here has some tools, so I'm going to send Dauntless to go grab some tools for the mainland, because we're going to need those for sure. And let's see what we got here. Alright, so if you're new to Anno, or if you're learning for the first time or something like that, then you can tell how your resources on a specific island are doing by these little arrows. So here we see the fish. Well, we see an arrow here. Building module, building modules. The storage is filling up of building modules. So our building modules, if all is left to its own devices, they will continue to increase until we're at capacity. Conversely, our tools are depleting, and that's because we're not making any, so obviously they're depleting. No arrow means that we are at some kind of equilibrium with our population. So here,
Game save.
fish and liquor are stable, but we want our population to grow. We want to build more houses, build up more population, so we should probably build up some more fish and some more liquor, so that so right now we're at a sustainable level for our current population, but we want more people, so we're going to need more fish and liquor. It's the Anno equivalent of bread and circuses. It's fish and liquor. And we always want to expand with more houses as well. The need for a community is satisfied by connecting a road from the house to the city center, so that's why, you always have to make sure your guys are connected to road here. Oh, and we unlocked the need for activity. Good. So now we can build casinos, because everyone needs a casino. Actually, we can't build casinos. We don't have enough tools to build casinos.
You will find everything you need.
Buy all those tools, and I'm actually going to go up to what's her name here?
Okay, then.
Thank you, Yana, and buy some of her tools as well. Then we'll have plenty of tools to work with. Oh, so somebody stopped by my home here and sold me tools, so you can see that this trade panel actually worked. So yeah, it looks like Professor Devi actually came up and sold me 10 tools anyway, so that's perfect. So that's a good thing of how the trade panel can really kind of help you passively stay at a minimum
Spirit
level.
Campus for the highly gifted. Dr. Tori Bartok. I run them.
Excellent. So I'm going to build a casino right there.
The neighbors also.
So now they got activity, and we should see them upgrading to employees in here. Perfect. Good. Employees. So immediately after I get my first employee, because I really want to set up the tool production, so I click on the city center, and you'll see this button here, Release Ascension Rights. We're going to click on that to deny Ascension Rights. So now nobody's allowed to advance 2 employees unless I let them, or unless I tell them to. And that's good because it costs 1 tool every time somebody advances to the next. Well, it costs when workers advance to employees, it costs 1 tool. When you advance more, it costs various more. But we really want to be self-sufficient on tools before we start using up tools. We're not necessarily rolling in the tools right now, so we want some more tools. So we unlocked this next. We unlocked some sweet, good-looking stuff. But we also unlocked some more production buildings. So we want to get our tools started. So here we want iron, an iron mine, and I'm just going to put that one right here. I'll set up the tool production right around here. So that now we're out of tools, but
Do you need the Eden Initiative? Look who's here.
We're coming with a big
It's a deal.
supply of tools in a minute, so we'll be able to finish this all up. That does remind me of one thing, actually. So, on my main island at least, I like to have where most of my population is. I generally, you know, there aren't really finite resources in Anno. You know, we're producing. I mean, there kind of are. Like, there's a limited amount of basalt, but it's essentially limitless amount of basalt. I've rarely had a situation where I've run out of basalt on an island. But basically, when you put down, you know, construction blocks, you're going to produce construction blocks forever. You're not gonna run out. Even with mines, if you when you run out of iron, there's technologies you can get and stuff to refill your iron. So there's nothing really finite. The only resource that you have really is space.
Unknown coast.
Space is the resource in Anno, so it's really important to be space efficient. That's, you know, to make good large population cities, you really need to be space efficient. That's why I try to jam pack as many kind of, you know, rice paddies in here as I possibly can. So what I like to do on my main island is have all my population in the middle, because that's the most space intensive thing, and it requires buildings to have proximity and all that stuff. And then all the production buildings kind of go on the outskirts of the map. So that's what I'm doing here. Alright, tools have arrived. So now we got iron. We need some coal as well. You know, I'm actually just going to build a coal mine. So I'll go over this mine over here. And we'll build a coal mine. Coal mines are goddamn ridiculous. They produce so much frickin' coal. It's insane. Basically enough coal for most of your coal needs. And for Global Trust, coal is quite an important resource.
Negative environmental influences.
Because we've got coal
Reduce
power,
fertility.
and a lot of things need coal. So it's good to have coal. Another interesting thing that you know, if you're new to Anno, or depending on how much time you're willing to spend reading forum posts and stuff,
As scientific director
is
of SAAT,
kind of getting
I of
the
course
right
have to worry
production.
about the organization.
Thank you. The nice production lines here. So we have iron smelter to produce iron for a tools workshop, and sorry, I like to have the doors of buildings facing the roads. It's just something that I need to have happen. Alright, so what I was saying is getting a feel for kind of how many buildings you need to supply each other building. So, for example, one basalt crusher produces enough granules to supply one smelter. Similarly, one iron mine supplies enough iron to supply one iron smelter. And something that's really cool is one iron smelter produces enough iron to supply 2 tools workshops. I'm pretty sure that that's true, from what I remember, which is pretty crazy. That's a lot of tools for just having one iron smelter, so I quite like that. Alright, so our tool production's up and running. Let's let people advance again. And I'm actually going to put the cut in the video right here, so thank you for watching, and remember, my name's Euphorya, and if you enjoyed the video, please put a like in the comments. It really can help out my new channel here. And if you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe, and love to see you in the future. So, thank you.